What's up, guys? Steve Young, your baseball mentor with Athletes Approach Youth Baseball Mindset Mastery Group. Hey, does your son ever deal with things like does really well in practice, but then in the games it's like he's a completely different player? I know I've covered this before, but I know for some of you this is a huge pain point and it's a huge frustration for your son. What about when he makes a mistake and he just has a really difficult time bouncing back? He has a really difficult time getting his focus back into the present moment. One of the mindsets that you can help foster and cultivate, and it's a mindset that you probably are already helping them with, but it's a mindset and it's a disposition of gratitude. Yes, gratitude. Having a grateful mindset is actually shown when it comes to sports performance, and just research on performance in general shows that it actually helps athletes deal with negative thoughts, or take those thoughts off of what just happened, or off of all the things that could be going wrong, are going wrong, or aren't perfect, and getting them into the flow of what is happening. For instance, one of the things that in my career that I realized that maintaining a grateful mindset helped me with was when I dealt with disappointment. Let's say I wasn't starting, and I spent plenty of time in my career not starting, sitting the bench, riding the bench, right? And one of the things that helped me was to take a perspective of, if I'm not starting, this is a fantastic opportunity for me to focus on something else. And so it fostered this mindset that, you know what, I have a great opportunity. It made me grateful for the opportunity to focus in on something else. So like, for instance, when I was at Princeton and I didn't start my freshman year, I kept a book and I would take notes on the pitchers. And so that kept me in the flow of the game. Also, I would make it my job to get as many of the foul balls as I could, wipe them off, and be the guy that was going to hand them to the umpire. That kept me in the flow of the game. Now, what that did was I could sit back, I can observe, I could watch the game, I was learning things, and when it was my time to get in, I was ready. I was in the flow of the game. I didn't feel caught off guard. And that actually helped me, because by the end of the year, and some of you guys know my story, but by the end of the year, I found myself in the Ivy League championship game with the winning run on third base, and I got the base hit to drive in the winning run as a freshman, where I didn't start the entire year, but I did these things to keep myself ready. But it was, I think, out of the overflow of really taking that opportunity to say, you know what, even though I'm not starting, how can I use this opportunity and be grateful for it and maximize it? So for your son, I know for some of your teams, somebody keeps score, right? Somebody has a scorebook. It could be a parent, maybe the coach will designate a player, but I encourage you to encourage your son to be that person, to own a task while he's not playing. Foster that heart of gratitude, even if he's in between innings. Just get him to really own a task, because one of the manifestations of gratitude is how well somebody takes care of their stuff, right? So for a lot of you parents, I know that one of the ways that you are probably indirectly or may not even be realizing it, although I'm sure a lot of you guys are, is helping them to take care of things like their equipment, taking care of things like their gloves, their cleats, their bats, right? You can create a ritual around that, where, to say, like the night before, when, let's say, they get their equipment ready or their uniform ready, when they set it down on their dresser or anything like that, just saying one thing that they're grateful for about a gift that they have, a skill set that they have, right? A lot of times when we think about listing out what we're grateful for, we think about, I'm grateful for my health, which is great. I'm grateful for the fact that I get to play on this team. I'm grateful for the house I live in. But it's important that kids are grateful for the skills that they have, because a lot of times kids, they look to everybody else's skills and they covet and they wish that they had more speed like their teammate, or more power like their teammate, or a stronger arm like their teammate, and they forget that they have a lot of gifts and talents, and a mixture of gifts and talents that is perfectly suited to contribute to their team. So I encourage you to encourage your son to create a ritual, you know, like I said, it could be the night before, the day of, where they are just becoming aware and grateful for what they have, what they're able to do. And then the other idea was, of course, to give them a task during the game that that they can really own, and that they can really take care of. And this is really, really helpful. Like I said, if your son isn't playing all the time, if he's not starting, or even if he's dealing with any kind of setback. Again, it really helped me stay into the flow of the game, and I believe it's going to be helpful for your son as well. So, Steve Young, your baseball mentor with Athlete's Approach. I hope this was helpful for you. The mindset of gratitude. All right? We'll see you soon.